Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing an eyeshadow tutorial on this look that I'm wearing right now. It's just a really nice burgundy, brown, and blue eyeshadows. This is from the Maybelline Eyestudio Quad in Olive Martini. Those are the colors that I used to create this look. And I did a collection kind of overview on the Maybelline's limited edition fall collection. This is part of that collection. And in that video, you all said that you wanted me to do some eyeshadow tutorials on the different quads that I got. So I thought I would go ahead and start out with this quad. I just love these eyeshadows. I think they are so beautiful and super unique. I think they're great for fall. If you don't have this exact quad, you could probably find some eyeshadows to duplicate it. I know that this shade right here, Wet n Wild has a shade like this in their Comfort Zone palette, and also MAC has a shade like this called Club. So maybe if you guys have either one of those shades, you could use that shade for that. Just need like a really deep kind of almost cranberry burgundy color, a nice kind of icy blue that's kind of frosted. I mean, all these shades are frosted, they're not really matte. And then this last shade here is really, you could use any type of highlight shade. Probably the Urban Decay Virgin, or I think, what is it, CoverGirl. They have a shade, it's called Champagne, I think. It's just a really nice kind of champagne color, so any kind of shade like that. We're going to go ahead and get started with the tutorial. Also, I hope that you guys are having a great Labor Day. I'm actually filming this on Labor Day today, so just continue to watch the video and we're going to go ahead and get started. Okay, so I'm going to start out by applying this Color Tattoo eyeshadow by Maybelline in Barely Beige, which this is also from their fall limited edition collection. I'm just going to be using this brush by Urban Decay. It was in the first Urban Decay Naked palette. Okay, so you're just going to apply that all over the lid and right into the crease and a little bit above the crease, just to give your eyelid a nice wash of color and a great base for the eyeshadows to stick to. You're also going to put this on your lower lash line as well, and also in the inner corner. So the first eyeshadow that we are going to use is going to be the second eyeshadow over, which is this nice kind of baby blue. It's kind of like an icy baby blue color. I'm going to be using the Sigma eye shading brush, the E55, to apply this eyeshadow. And then you're just going to put this right here in the inner corner of your eye, kind of the first third. Just put it all over your eyelid right there. And then you're also going to put this shade in the inner corner as well. So you're just going to take it and put it right down here. And then once you get that eye color, or once you get the eyeshadow applied, then we're going to be using the third eyeshadow shade in this quad. And I love this color so much. And I'm just going to flip this E55 brush over and use the clean side. And then you're just going to put this on the last part of your eyelid. You're just going to pack it on. And we're going to kind of blend these two eyeshadows together here in a second. Just going to kind of take it up into the crease a little bit. You're just going to kind of get a little bit more of that shade, the third shade over, and that light blue shade onto your brush, like on both sides. And then we're just going to kind of go back and forth between both of those colors to kind of blend that. Blend that out a little bit. Okay, and then we are going to use this blending or taper blending brush, the E40, to kind of blend out the edges of that shadow. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to take this Sigma pencil brush, the E30, dip it back into the third shade over there. And then you're going to put this on your lower lash line. So just right here. Just kind of use your finger to blend that out. And then you're going to wipe off that pencil brush, the E30 brush. Make sure it's nice and clean. And then we're going to use that very last shade in this little quad, that really nice burgundy color right here. Just barely dip it in there. You don't need a whole ton of product because it is pretty dark. And you're just going to put this kind of in a V shape here on the outer edge of your eye. So there, and you're just going to bring it up into the crease. And this is just going to create a little bit more definition and bring a little bit more depth to this eyeshadow look. And then you're going to just take that blending E40 brush and blend out that shade. And after you do that, you are going to take that very first shade in the quad, that really light shade there, and we're going to use that on our brow bone. So just dip that same taper blending brush in there. And you're just going to dust that on your brow bone. Also kind of help to blend the edges of those darker shades that you have in your crease. Onto the eyeliner, I'm going to be using this NYC liquid liner, and I just bought this a couple of weeks ago, and I'm absolutely loving this eyeliner. It's so black, and it's just, I love it. But I just start right here in the middle, and I'm just going to kind of start with a thin line at first. I always start out thin and then go thicker if I need to. Now that the liquid liner is completely dry, I'm just going to take Blackout from the Urban Decay Naked 2 palette and put it on this small angled E65 brush. So I'm just going to dip it in there in the Blackout, tap off the excess, and then just kind of go along the liner just to kind of feather it out a little bit and make it where it's not as harsh. I love to do this with liquid liners or just gel liners or whatever, just so it makes the look a little bit softer, a little less defined on the eyeliner. Okay, and then I'm going to take a little bit more of that Blackout shade and then just put it right here, just right at the very end of my eye, just to kind of create more of a cat-eyed effect. So now we're going to move on to our mascara, and I'm going to be using the Maybelline, the Mega Plush Volume Express Mascara. And I'm just going to apply that to my lashes. Okay, so now that the mascara is dry, we're going to go ahead and curl our eyelashes. And now I'll go ahead and put mascara on my bottom lashes. So for my blush, I use the Amazonian Clay Blush in Exposed. And then for my highlight, I use the Hard Candy in Tiki. For my foundation, I use the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind, Eraser Treatment Makeup. And my shade is in Creamy Ivory. And then for my concealer, I use my Garnier's Anti-Dark Circle Roller. My all-time favorite concealer, under eye concealer and face concealer. I feel like I love that product so much. And then for my setting powder, I use the Hard Candy Welcome Matte face powder. And then for my lips, I used, this is also from the Maybelline's limited edition collection, fall collection. I used the Tenacious Taupe lipstick, and that's what I have on my lips. It's a really, really nice new color. I highly recommend this lipstick. But I hope that you all are having a great Labor Day. Today, Nick was supposed to be home, but he had to go to work, so I wasn't planning on filming this video today, but since he had to go into work, I figured I would go ahead and film this eyeshadow tutorial, since I had several people comment and say that they really wanted me to do some eyeshadow tutorials with those new eyeshadows that I bought. And definitely more eyeshadow tutorials will be coming up soon with those other quads that I got from the Maybelline's limited edition fall collection. I'm so excited to be doing those for you guys. And I just think that this eyeshadow look is really a great look for fall. I think it's really beautiful and just really different. So if you guys liked this video and are really enjoying these eyeshadow tutorials, make sure that you thumbs up my video, and also just leave comments below. Let me know that you guys are enjoying these videos. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. But I will see you all in my next video, and I hope that you all have a wonderful Labor Day. Bye-bye.